Diamond page where stories collide. Love and life, we take the ride. Economy stirs, society hums. Grab your seat, the future drum.
Boom! This is DMP Sports with your man KD, and I'm here with my man, Coach Vicente, aka Coach, aka Timuna.
Yeah, no, me, I no be coach.
Charlie, what's up? It check like right this. I don't know, but it check like your mood calm down, pa.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know, you make slower.
Playing so well against, this Arsenal team, and after taking the lead, even with the 10 men, and still bottling the lead, like how Arsenal have been bottling the league for the past 3 seasons. Definitely, is going to be something that. I wish we could have won this game. We were playing better.
Anyway, we will come to the tactical drawing board on that match. All right. So today I want us to start. I want England to come last.
Yeah.
I want us to start from Spain yesterday. Yesterday, Barcelona came back from their how do you call it? Their nightmare at the bridge. And they were able to secure 3 points. Right now, they are on top of the league. Real Madrid they've not played yet. They are yet to play. I want you to walk me through. Yesterday, they involved Rafinha. He came back. They started him. Lamine Yamal giving assist to Olmo. Lamine Yamal also got his goal. Olmo getting 2 goals in the back for Barcelona. Walk me through. Was it the introduction of Rafinha that made Barcelona? Okay, because remember, in the first minute, they conceded in their new stadium. Then they came back, as usual. Walk me through the tactical display at their new stadium yesterday.
Yeah, KD, I think that it wasn't, in a case of Rafinha coming in, that's how Barcelona won the game. You see, if you've paid critical attention to this Barcelona team, since last season, they've been conceding. They are not that team that will guarantee you a clean sheet for every game.
But they are also scoring lots of goals.
That is their strength. Every team that Hansi Flick has been coaching, their main weapon is to score goals, because goals will win you games. Clean sheets cannot win you games. You can keep a clean sheet. If you don't have very good attackers who can score for you, then you keep the clean sheet. And at the end of the day, you play draw, to say you have a league maybe. But if you look at this Barcelona team, they are scoring goals. Even with the absence of Inigo Martinez, who left the team, that in fact, he was that last player who was organizing their highline. Since he left, they've been finding it very difficult to play their highline to perfection, like some of the games, especially like how they did last season. Now, if you look at Barcelona's team, they've kept just 1 clean sheet in over 15 to 18 games. After they lost to Sevilla, that shocking defeat, they've played over 10 games and they've kept just 1 clean sheet. That is the game they played against, I think, Getafe. That was even before that game. So in their last 15 games, they haven't kept kept a clean sheet. So they conceding first against Alaves. Definitely, I knew that Barcelona was going to win this game, especially playing at Camp Nou, and also after that shocking 3-0 defeat against Chelsea. One thing that is for sure for Barcelona is that since they lost to that game, or since they kept the clean sheet, all the games they've played in their last 15 games, they've been scoring goals. So the only shocking thing after that Chelsea game was that they failed to secure a goal in that game. So to me, I think that Barca winning against Alaves isn't something that, even if Alaves were 2 up, I was still hopeful that Barcelona were going to win. People might say that Barcelona is struggling. People should forget about that loss to Chelsea. People should forget about that loss to Sevilla. It happens to every team. That defeat, I think I was watching that game and nobody saw that 4-1 victory for Sevilla coming. And they also lost to Barcelona.
I think that game they were too desperate.
And they also lost to Real Madrid. So if you look at their last 20 games, they've lost just 4 games. That is to PSG, to Sevilla, to Real Madrid, and then to Chelsea. That is in all competition. But if you check the league, they are up there. And I think that Rafinha coming back, Pedri coming back, Robert Lewandowski also coming back. Now it looks like they're having their main squad intact for now. and I think that the season will start proper for Barcelona from and the next games.
Very well. Very well. So yesterday to producers team,
Yeah,
they
Atletico
won.
Madrid.
Atletico Madrid, they won.
Is it, to be very
Solot,
honest?
Brace.
Yes.
Yeah. Yesterday I was vying for Alvarez to score, but
Mm.
he couldn't. I think he didn't start the game. They started Solot and how do you call it? Griezmann.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it probably? I think that Atletico didn't start the league.
But wait, before that, you think this season Atletico Madrid can pull a surprise by winning the league?
Of course.
Because Real Madrid and Barcelona, they are
Yes.
not really performing.
Is
and
it-
also, we should have in mind Villarreal. They also
Oh, yeah,
performing,
Villarreal,
doing
Villarreal,
great.
they are doing very well. You see, look, Atletico Madrid, the only team who have won the league for the past 10, 15 years, aside Barcelona and Real Madrid, it is Atletico Madrid. I mean, they have, experienced players in their mix, players who have won the La Liga.
And they are very young.
Yes, and players who have won,
very-
laurels at everywhere they've played. And now their coach is one of the most consistent coaches. So I think he's the manager who has been there for so long.
so
yes.
so many
And
years.
with his experience and some of the players in the squad, like Antoine Griezmann, I think that they stand a chance of winning the league this season. That is if Barcelona and Real Madrid, who have started losing some points, and if Atletico can keep on with this incredible for you see, since they lost to Arsenal in the Champions League, they've played 7
matches,
games.
yes, without in fact they've won all 7 competitions.
Their last 7
Very
games
impressive.
have been a win-win-win
Yeah,
for Atletico
very
Madrid.
impressive.
And in fact, even before they lost to Arsenal, they have played 7 to 8 games without a defeat in that game. So I think that Diego Simeone and the boys are doing very well. Now they have a very balanced squad. If they have Solot, that tradition, it will give them that traditional type of a striker. If they have Julian Alvarez, who can also run in behind, link up plays and everything. I
his
think
free
that
kicks
they have a
and
very
those
good
set
team.
piece,
And
yeah.
the Atletico Madrid is a team to watch in the La Liga this season.
Yeah.
If they win the league, I won't be surprised.
Yeah, and also one team that is pulling surprise, I mentioned their name, Villarreal.
Yeah.
Yesterday they went to Real Sociedad, and
I think they play today.
yes, sorry, they played today.
Yeah.
And they scored 3-2.
Yeah. Is it
3-2.
Villarreal? If you've
And
been
right now
following,
they sit on second, just 2 points behind Barcelona.
I think they are doing very well. Their
Yeah,
manager
this
is
season.
managing, their squad very well. If you look at how they won the game against Real Sociedad, 90 plus 5 minutes.
5 minutes,
That was
yeah.
when they got the winner in
Yeah.
that game. To me, I think that aside Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and also Barcelona, they are the only Spanish side, thriving, especially across both domestic league. You saw how they played against Borussia Dortmund, and they were up there. I think that the coach and the players are doing very well. He's been also rotating the players. Champions League, he'll bench some players, so he knows that there's a lot of games that they are playing, and he's trying to manage the squad very well. I think that they are doing very well. They have some players, notable
Young,
players,
yes,
who have been playing at the highest level, and they also have the energy to impact their games. To me, I think that definitely they might be the team that
pull a
that can
surprise.
compete with the other teams for the 4 spots in the La Liga.
Are you sure for
Yes,
fourth
yes.
spot? So
Of
okay,
course.
so wait, let me ask you. So give me your prediction in Spanish La Liga. Who will take the league? And who will be second, third, and fourth?
At this moment. It could
No,
be
but
hard.
just give me. I know
Yes.
it's going to be difficult,
That-
but just
I mean-
based on the current performance. Because right now, Madrid is on the descendancy, Barcelona inconsistency, Atletico is coming, Villarreal too, they are proving.
To me, I think that I was still going for the reigning champions, Barcelona.
Are you sure?
If things being equal. If you look
because
at the,
because Barcelona, as we all know, there are one discrepancy I see in Barcelona's team is their centre backs.
but Madrid also have issue with
Yes,
defending.
but for them, we know that
Yes,
they
so
are.
in fact, with this team, with the Barca, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid, the only team that looks complete now is Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to me, I think that Barca may one way or the other find ways and means to control their high line. Definitely, they will concede goals, but they will find ways and means to win. But now let's look at Real Madrid in their last three games. Although they have Kylian Mbappe, who has been scoring for fun this season, but they still struggle to win games.
Yeah, of course.
Their defense is also, in shambles, especially this season. So definitely, I will go in for Barcelona to win because they are the current champions and they find ways and means to win games. Atletico Madrid, I won't be surprised if they win the league, but then I'll place Atletico as number 2, Real Madrid number 3, then Villarreal with their current form. I'm using the current form to judge this top 4. And I think Villarreal will be that because now Atletico Bilbao, Real Betis, Sevilla, they are not up there.
They are not really.
Yes, so to me, I think that these 4 teams, one way or the other, will be the top 4 for the La Liga.
For me, I think Real, how do you
Madrid,
call it? No,
Atletico,
and Villarreal. One of them will take the league.
will take oh yeah.
I think one of them will take the league this season because watching them, looking at how they go about grinding wins out of nothing, I think they will come out
Okay.
good. These 2 teams, for Barcelona and Real Madrid, the least said about them, the better, right? So let's quickly go to Spain, where Juventus on Saturday, they did their thing. At least they by by kind courtesy of this, they secured 2-1 win over Cagliari. They also have a very youthful and a vibrant team.
Yeah.
But inconsistency has really set in for the past, is it 3 or 4 games? Walk me through what happened. Was it a 9-day wonder or Juventus are back?
Yeah, you see, Juventus, you mentioned about a young squad.
Yeah.
And since they fell off, they've been trying to recruit young players, put them together, and have something better for the team. And I think that when Igor Tudor came in, he was trying to stabilize the team in terms of their results. So if you realize when Igor Tudor came in and last season, at the end of last season, they kept on drawing games. They were not losing. So them not losing, gave them some specific momentum at that moment. And when they came in also this season, Luciano Spalletti, in fact, he's a top coach. He's been in the Serie A, and with the caliber of such a coach, can also help these young lads. To be very honest, especially Juventus playing at the Allianz Stadium, I think that was going to be a very difficult task for them. Especially, it was going to be an easy task for them, especially coming up against a Cagliari side who hasn't been up there, especially this season. So definitely, I knew Juventus, were going to win. But one thing about Juventus is that they've not been, even if they win, it's just by a small margin. So they are doing very well in their last 7 games. They haven't lost a game, and I think that is a positive outcome for Luciano Spalletti and the Juventus team. Now, it's a form of motivation for them because if you look at their next game, Juventus will play against Udinese, especially at the home.
These 2 are really performing very well.
Yes, and I think that is going to be a step in the right direction for them. If they are able to win that game, their next match will be against Napoli, and you do not want to lose points before you meet the current champion. So to me, I think that Napoli, they will get there. And I think that it was a deserved win for them. I didn't think Cagliari was going to cause an upset at the Allianz Stadium.
Okay, and also AC Milan, they also won 1-0 against Lazio yesterday, and it was a very controversial game. I think we had to resort to the VAR controversy. That was how come they were able to win that particular game.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know if you remember that our review, I mentioned that AC Milan is having a very good team, but looks like there's not much attention on the team currently. No pressure. They are playing very good football, winning games. Before the game against Lazio, they had played 12 games without a defeat. And AC Milan at San Siro is always, a very good side. So to me, I know that Lazio, they have, a very good squad that can hit AC Milan at any point in time, especially in yesterday's game. But if you look at AC Milan's incredible form, and if Mark Maignan is having a very good season, you have to know that AC Milan is playing better this season. With a blend of young players and experienced players. It has been something that has been working for them. Christian Pulisic is up there. Rafael Leao,
I think he scored a goal yesterday.
Yes,
It was
I mean,
very
he has been
fantastic.
calm,
Yeah.
just delivering on the job and doing what is necessary for. I think that Milan, with how they are performing, they can be, I mean, a title contender. Looking at
Right
how,
now they are on top of the league.
yes, because
Even though they played more games than
because Napoli
AC
and
Milan
Roma will
Napoli.
play.
AS Roma and Napoli.
Yes,
Yeah.
Napoli and the
Roma will
results
play
from
later in
that
the day.
game will also impact the league
very
stand.
well,
So to me, I
very
think
well.
that Milan is doing very well. I didn't think that Lazio was going to. At least I mentioned that the best outcome from this game.
Yeah, I
was
remember
going to
you
be,
say
yes,
yeah.
was
I
going
remember.
to be a draw for Lazio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should have a section for predicting games.
Oh yeah.
Because it's going to help a lot of people. Right now, bet is all over. It's really going to help. So I think Vince, we have to tell producer to organize a section whereby it is going to be for predicting games,
The games,
for
yeah,
people.
definitely.
Yeah, maybe probably later we will try and see if we can link up with this betting companies and see how we can go about things.
Very
right?
necessary.
So also Martinez yesterday, he scored brace
Yeah.
for Inter Milan. Yeah, they won. Yeah, against Pisa.
Yeah, I think that the game today was, I mean, a very tough game for Inter Milan. Especially sometimes it might be tricky when these giant top teams play an away game. Sometimes these new teams, or in quotes, these smaller clubs, they are very stubborn, especially when they are playing at home. I think that
Yeah, they always want to prove a
yes,
point.
Milan won the game because as at 69th minute when Martinez opened the score for Inter Milan, I think that they were playing very well. But since they scored and the coach did 3 changes, I think that it's one way or the other also opened the game for Milan to add another goal. Milan playing against Pisa already definitely is going to be, I mean, a tough game for the new team in the league this season. So to me, I think that it was a deserved win for Inter Milan, and so always, I mean, a step in the right direction for you to get this crucial away game, because right after this game, Pisa was on a 4-game unbeaten run. Although they won just 1 game out of their last 4 games.
Right,
If you look at Inter Milan,
it's a good thing for
yes,
for
this
them.
was
Yeah, because
Inter Milan, who was very eager for, I mean, a win after losing to Milan and also Atletico Madrid. It was very necessary for them to get this win to move ahead for the midweek action that will come on. So I think that I mean, it was a game that we were expecting Milan to score, and in fact they delivered as well.
Okay, very well. I want us to shift our attention to Germany. Yesterday, there was a game between Bayern Munich and St. Pauli. I remember you predicting that Bayern Munich are going to win this game convincingly. But it seems like it wasn't really convincing. I think St. Pauli really stretched Bayern Munich
Yeah.
to the dying minute, 90, is it 94, 93rd minute? That was when Diaz equalized, and they added another one to make it 3-1. They really stretched them. Yes, they weren't watching the game.
I think the
were not
equalizer
finding
was
it.
in the first half.
No, I mean
The winner.
it was the winner.
Yes,
That's
the
what I
winner
meant.
came in, I think, 90 plus 3.
90 plus 3, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it mostly sometimes when you play such games like this? I've always said that, I mean, especially when you are playing against the middle teams and the teams battling the relegation, always it looks an easy game. But if you go into the game with the right mentality, it becomes very tough for you. You see, this is a game that St. Pauli opening the score, and 44th minute, right before the first half, Bayern Munich had a way to level the game. Then in the second half, St. Pauli came back with the bars, and it was always difficult for them to, I mean, get a goal. Initially, however you win the game, that shows you the winning mentality, that they won the game at the last minute of the game. And I think that, I mean, it's a deserved win. Kudos to Vincent
Diaz.
Kompany, Diaz, Nicolas Jackson, all the boys who came in for the win. But I mean, it was supposed to be an easy game. But how St. Pauli started the game and they getting the early goal was the thing that changed the dynamics of the game. But definitely, I mentioned
they
that
had a
Bayern Munich were going to win by 2-goal margin, and definitely they found ways and means to do it. Whether it was in the die embers of the game, this has to be a caution to Bayern Munich team that now teams can score them easily, and they have to be, capable to solve that issue, because in their last 4 games, if you look at Bayern Munich's game, their last game so far, they conceded 3 goals against Arsenal, and after that, they conceded 2 against Arsenal. And in fact, if you look at their games, in their last 5 games, they haven't kept a clean sheet. They only kept a clean sheet in their last 6 games. That was against Leverkusen. But even then, if you look at their last 10 games, they've kept just 2 clean sheets. And I've told you that they find it very difficult to defend against set pieces and corners. So, it's something that Vincent Kompany and the boys have to work on. But, whether they won the game in the last minute, it was still a convincing win. I think that from now they will just learn something. It's going to be a learning curve for them from their next games, that when they concede early, they find it very difficult to win these games. There's something that I think that they will come about, especially when we started this season. Liverpool were winning games and drawing games at the latter stage of the games, and they didn't know that if teams found ways and means to score them, and they can defend all the way to the wire, it's going to be a very difficult task for them. And that is why we've seen Liverpool losing some games recently. So to me, I think that Atletico Madrid, they have to work on their defensive shape.
You mean Bayern Munich?
Yeah, sorry, Bayern Munich, they have to work on their defensive shape.
Yeah, very well. And another big match also went on in Germany. Leverkusen and Dortmund.
Yeah.
Leverkusen losing to Dortmund 2-1. I thought they getting a convincing win at Etihad. They are going to replicate this in the Bundesliga, but it seems like it's went haywire.
Yeah.
They lost the game, and I think on that that was yesterday, right? On Saturday, Borussia Dortmund, they were fantastic. Come on, I watched the match and I was like, wow.
Yeah,
so if they can play like this, then how come they are always giving Bayern Munich this chance to dominate?
Yeah, you see, if you look at Dortmund's last 15 to 20 or last 15 to 18 games, they've lost just 2 games. One against Bayern Munich, and the other defeat was against Manchester City at Etihad. And funny enough, this team lost at Etihad. The home team also won at Etihad against Manchester City. If you look at Borussia Dortmund, they also concede goals.
Yeah, they concede.
But one thing is for sure is that they have a very good attack. Segu Grassi, Karim Adeyemi, and Julian Brandt and all these guys. They will always have wins and means to score goals, and that is their main weapon. If City had created a lot of chances like how Borussia Dortmund did, I think that Leverkusen's game plan worked perfectly for them. But in this game, their game plan against City was way different to that of the system and principles, especially in play against Borussia Dortmund this weekend. So to me, I think that Dortmund attacking prowess was the only difference in that game. It was a game that was crying for both teams to score. It was a game that I remember I said that it was going to be over 2.5 goals in that game. Initially, I was expecting this game to end in a scoring draw, but then Borussia Dortmund delivered on their attacking prowess, and they won the game. Kudos to them, and I think that they've been very, very, very much in Probably people haven't noticed them that this is a team that have lost just 2 games in their last 18 games against Man City and also Bayern Munich. So it tells you that they are a very formidable
I think
side.
Kovac is doing an amazing
Kovac
job
is doing
over there.
incredible job.
So let's also shift our attention to France. It seems like this season things are really changing.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course. In France, yesterday you saw what happened in Monaco against PSG. Come on, guy.
Yeah, I think that it was a very fair result for Monaco, to be very honest. They haven't been so lucky, especially when it comes to this derby when Monaco faces PSG. But one thing I have to say is that if you look at this PSG team this season, teams are finding ways and means to score them.
Yeah.
In as much as that Dembele came back, Desire Doué is out of action for some time now, but I think that teams are finding ways and means to also score them. And if you look at this Monaco team, they've been on and off this season. They have a very good team, and yesterday Salisu, superb performance.
You remember I told you and you were doubting.
No, I
Salisu was
didn't
going
doubt.
to, but you see,
Oh, but
he really
yes,
proved that
yeah.
he's
I think that yesterday he played very well. In fact,
wow.
he helped in the build up
Yeah,
for the goal. So to me yesterday, I think that when the goal came, they defended very well to the last minute. PSG created a lot of chances, but they failed to found the nest. Especially PSG is still a giant in France. They have a very good squad, but such defeats like this will definitely come. And when it comes, it becomes a wake up call to the team, the technical team, and the playing body as well. Like how they lost the game. Initially, they were dominating the game, and one part just a goal, and they tried as much as possible, created a lot of chances, and I think that Monaco at the end of the day they managed the game right. I remember when they were 10 men down, the coach brought in somebody like Paul Pogba to come and calm the game down. I think that they did very well.
yeah.
Definitely, especially in the last 15 minutes, they defended very well, and I think that they deserve to win that game. Initially, they've been struggling to beat PSG,
Yes,
and
yeah.
I hope that this win that they've gotten will be a huge impact for it, because this Monaco team, they've been disappointing boys, especially this season.
Yeah.
Games that you expect them to win, they will lose that game. Games that looks impossible for them to win, then they'll go all the way to win that game. So to me, kudos to them. They deserve it. PSG, one way or the other, I didn't see them losing this game, especially looking at their firepower against this Monaco defense. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know the reason why the coach Enrique he still benches Caselo Ramos.
I
Because
mean,
this guy has proven that he can be your main man.
yeah,
But
you see,
they always drop him for the
when
young chap.
you see, when you're that's what I'm saying. That the last time I was telling a friend who is a scout that there's this boy that he wants us to turn the boy into a right wing guy, and I was like, Charlie, if you look at this striking department in the football business now, from the next 5 years, 10 years going, if you're a striker and you're not built like Isaac, like Joao Pedro, Hugo Ekitike, Harry Kane, and Lewandowski, them teams will not buy you. You might be a traditional striker, like look at Dilap. His first touch is very poor.
Very poor.
So coaches like Luis Enrique, Pep Guardiola, they need strikers who can keep them in possession. They need strikers who can press well. They need strikers who can link up play and create chances. So look at Dembele. Dembele was playing as the number 9 for them last season.
Yeah.
He was pressing very well. He has that footwork. He can dribble. And whenever you are passing the ball to your striker, you are not afraid that you're going to lose possession. Definitely, he will have ways and means to keep you in possession. And Ramos, one way or the other, is a trained striker. He can run in behind,
Yeah.
but him linking up play, creating chances is something that he doesn't offer. So if you've realized that PSG always bring him into games when they
Yesterday, I
need
think
goals.
he came in easy in the 80.
Yes, when they need
something
goals, and
minutes, yeah.
especially the opponent is literally playing a low block system. That is when you will need him. But in an open game, definitely, coaches like Luis Enrique, they don't need players like Goncalo Ramos. So definitely, it is clear that he needs somebody like Dembele, even if the player is not an out and out striker, but he can play that false 9 role to a perfection. That is it.
But it seems like this season, their league, I think there's a shift because as I'm talking now, I think Lens scored Anga, is it 2-1? They won 2-1 convincingly. They are on top of the league now with 31 points. PSG with 30 points. And Marseille 9 points.
Yeah.
Going into Marseille, let's shift our attention to Marseille and Toulouse. In fact, I thought Marseille they were going to capitalize on PSG's loss to also clinch that first position.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That you see,
And yesterday they drew
yes,
2-2. I was
because
so
Toulouse, looking at where they are,
yeah.
Toulouse is,
Toulouse is in the ninth. They have only 17
traditional
points.
club. In fact,
Yeah.
in their last 6 games, they haven't won a game, but they've lost just 2 games. So definitely, it means that they are a side that it is very difficult to beat them. So definitely, I think that they came in the game very well. Probably Marcel didn't I mean, capitalize on the little chances. I mean, they had, and in fact, I think they were even 2-0 down.
2-0 down.
Yes. So in fact, you see, if you go into games like this and you let the smaller team or the weaker team score you 2 goals, always it is very hard for you to do that comeback. The best option for you was to get. I mean, I think that Marcel. I mean, they delivered. It was good that after going 2-0 down, they still. I mean, came up to. I mean, draw the game. So the 1 point is not as bad for them. But then now Lens is number 1. But the thing is,
31
can
point.
they be there till March day
Well, let's see.
34?
Let's wait and see.
Yes.
Let's wait
So
and
definitely,
see.
I think that I mean, if you look at their league table, it is very cagey. It's very close.
Yeah.
1 point behind
Between-
Lens
yeah.
and PSG. PSG another 1 point behind PSG.
And Marcel.
Between PSG and Marseille. Then
Yeah.
also I think that 3 points behind. No, 2 points behind Marseille and also Lille. So definitely, this season the league is shaping out quite very well.
Yeah, very well. So let's now shift our attention to England.
Okay.
Yesterday, Man City against Leeds. Of course, we all thought City were going to win this match convincingly, but it wasn't so. Yesterday, they really found it very difficult. It took Phil Foden in the dying minute to equalize for City to come back. Yesterday's game, I think Leeds United really steadied Man
I
City
think
very well
City-
based
City-
on their past
Yeah.
years defeat. I think before this game they had lost 2 consecutive in all
Yeah.
competition, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So everybody was thinking that City were going to win convincingly because when you look at the stats between Leeds and Manchester City they've just destroyed them over the years.
Yeah.
So we were thinking it was going to be very easy for them, but it wasn't so. Walk me through the tactical display that Leeds United they capitalized on based on their past City, their 2 losses in all competition.
Yeah, I think that with Leeds, I knew that this was going to be a very difficult and cagey game for Manchester City. If you had watched Leeds' first game, especially in the Premier League this season against Everton, when I watched that game, then Farkas team, they press.
My friend Daniel Farker.
They press very well, man-to-man marking.
Yeah.
And I knew that they were not going to defend. They were going to go all out against Manchester City. So definitely I knew that it was going to be a do or die game for City because you cannot go 3 games without, I mean, a win, especially if you're a Manchester City coach like Pep Guardiola and the level the club has been for the past, I mean, decade. So definitely I think it was going to be a difficult game for Manchester City. I definitely knew that Leeds were going to score, but I mean, look at how City went 2 up, managed the game. Then Leeds came all the way to, equalize the game to be a 2-2 draw until Foden also got the match
lead,
winner
yeah.
at the die embers. And even after City were leading 3-2, the last 3-4 minutes of the game, Leeds were literally dominating. City were just ballooning the ball into, and Leeds were creating chances. Donnarumma was making saves. The defenders were ballooning the games and stuff. So I think that Leeds, they played very well. They needed, I mean, they were quite disappointed that they didn't get a point in that game. They played very well. And I mean, sometimes football, we win games with the big boys. And that is what they were lacking. If they had big boys like Haaland, big boys like Foden in their setup, I think that was going to be a different game altogether. But then City, with their character and pedigree, especially at the Etihad Sports Stadium, I think that the City did very well too. I mean, at least they did the most important thing in the game, getting the 3 points from that game.
Okay. So I want us to touch on another serious team in the Premier League. Tottenham Hotspur against Fulham. You were playing at home.
Is he?
The home advantage. You allowed Fulham to just dominate the game.
Is it? It is even funny that prior to the game, Spurs were not performing, especially. In fact, if you look at their last home record, it was very bad. I remember before
This
the
season,
game,
their home record has
Yes.
been very poor.
I checked their last home games and their last before this game, they had won just one out of their
No,
last.
but wait, oh, for the past 6 days, they've lost 3 games in a row.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's something
That's- No, so wait. So was it a coaching issue? Because Ange Postecoglou last season was also doing the same thing. What's his name?
Thomas Frank.
Thomas Frank is doing this season.
Yeah, you see, if you look at Spurs team, they started very well. Thomas Frank, when he came in, he decided to work on the team on the defensive side. So their first few games under him, they were doing very well. Kudos and a lot of the players were creating chances. But if you look at his team, now injuries have set into the squad. And normally when injuries set into the team like this, definitely you have some ups and downs.
No,
And
but come on.
and
They
that-
have,
and you see, if you look at
they have replacements who
and you
were
see, we shouldn't be surprised that if you look at their last games, they've played some of the teams that they struggle to beat. Aston Villa, Chelsea, Manchester United, and now Fulham.
No, but Manchester United for the past. Is it
Yeah, I mean
3
they didn't
years
lose
or
that
so,
game.
they've been-
Though.
yes,
They
they
didn't
drew
lose
that
So,
game. I think
yes.
they were
So
lucky.
the games they lost
they-
was
they-
against Chelsea and also Aston
Aston
Villa.
Villa.
So to me, I think that he is trying to manage the squad very, but I think that they will get out of that place. Especially if you look at their game against Fulham, their last games against Fulham has always been up there. Their last 3 games before this game, Fulham is always beating them. So it was going to be a very difficult, knowing for a fact that it was a landing derby. So to me, I think that Thomas Frank needs to sit up. He has to let the boys know that things are not going well for them. If they keep on losing points like this, they might miss out on the European competition, God willing, next year.
Yeah. So and K's team, Liverpool, almighty Liverpool. Yesterday, today they won 2-0. Isaac scoring his first goal. It took him how many matches before scoring his first goal?
I think this is 5 games.
5 games.
Yeah.
No, like I mean the league, not in the cups, like in the league.
In the league,
Yeah.
I think this is his first goal.
Yeah, this is his first
Yes,
goal, but it took
first
him
goal.
like more. I'm sure it's more than 5 games.
No,
he's played more than 5 games in
He's
the
played
league.
more than 5 games, but
Yes.
you see, he got injured.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Yes,
he got injured.
Yeah.
So definitely.
So he getting the first goal. Then I think if I does the striker's goal, wow, fantastic goal.
I mean,
And
he
Cody
with a
Gakpo-
little space, he will have.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. He's a good player. In
Yeah.
fact, he's the most expensive player in the British history. So it tells about the quality. He has. But then the whole thing about this Liverpool team has become their defense and how to manage games,
Yeah.
especially. So I think that is a very good win for Liverpool, looking at the way that they play today. To be very honest, Paqueta's red card might mean so much because Liverpool won the game at the diamonds of the. They scored the second goal at the last minute of the game. So definitely, West Ham themselves, they've been struggling. They've been struggling.
Of course, they've
So,
been struggling this
yes,
season. Yeah.
they've been struggling. So I think that Liverpool's team, they are not far off. They are not that bad of a team, especially.
No, they are bad.
Oh, no, they are not
They are
that bad.
very bad.
No,
Come
they are
on.
not that bad.
They are very
You see,
bad.
that's what I'm
no,
saying,
for the
that-
past 7,
Yes,
8 games.
yes.
Come on. They are
You
very
see,
bad. In fact,
when I
Slot-
say that they are not that bad, I'm not talking about in terms of results. I'm talking about the team as a whole. If you look at the team, you see that they are lacking some 1 or 2 lapses, especially in defense and in attack. They play better when Hugo Ekitike is in. They play better when Zoboslai is playing as the number 10. But look at their games that they've been losing. You see that Zoboslai will play as the right back. He will
yeah.
come. So there's a lot of inconsistency.
So
in
so
the team
today,
as we talk.
when I saw the lineup,
Yeah.
I didn't see Mo Salah in.
Yes.
He dropped him, and it seems like anytime he drops him, the team plays very well.
No,
and
you
they
see,
win.
one thing about
Is he the reason
One thing about
Liverpool?
Salah
not
is
been
not the
pulling-
reason Liverpool hasn't been playing better. Because the thing is, it is true. Salah, when he's playing, he doesn't offer or he doesn't contribute defensively to the team.
Yeah, of course.
So,
yeah,
Whoever is playing the right back, you have a lot of job
we'll
to do.
get to do. Yeah,
Now, Mo Salah is not scoring. He's not the Mo Salah we knew last season. So if you are not scoring and if you are not contributing to the team defensively, it means that you're affecting the team
very.
somewhat other. So now, if it's Gakpo, Gakpo will contribute to defense. If it's Florian Wirtz from the that side, he will also contribute to defense. And they all contributed. I think Gakpo assisted
he assisted
goals.
the first goal.
Yes, the goals. So I think that Salah might not be the problem, but then this is a player that who will be heading to Morocco for the AFCON in a few days to come. So definitely they are planning to get somebody to fit in
Okay.
before Salah will even
So,
go to the
but
AFCON.
should we before like should we say an era has ended?
He's up there. He might not be
Because this season he's not scored more than 5
No,
goals.
I think that
And he's
Liverpool
not giving assists,
Liverpool
like,
this season.
just 2 or 3.
Yeah, people definitely know that Liverpool were planning his exit because he just extended his contract with a year. We don't know if the contract will be extended plus another year or he will move elsewhere. And in fact, he's aging. You need somebody to come and understand him. So I think that he might not have a very good season, even if he turns the season after the AFCON. Then he starts scoring goals, creating chances for the team. I still think that it might be that this might be his last season at Liverpool.
Very well. So let's move to another interesting game. Manchester United against Crystal Palace. Of course, the only team Bakupe Ekume. Oh yeah, if you United Bobo, United there. Oh boy, obey the against for Becca Dame. What's him near Becca Dame? For the past season, they've struggled to score Crystal Palace at home. It was a very difficult game. Of course, it was that first goal, the penalty. And I have an issue. Of course, yes, Euro, very naive of him giving that cheap penalty. And 2, the penalty itself was kicked twice. Do you remember Alvarez against Real Madrid in the Champions League? Penalty kick. He kicked the ball twice and disallowed it. He never played retake the penalty again. But in this case, they allowed him to take the penalty again. Inconsistency. Is it that they've changed the rules or what? Because I don't see the consistency in VAR.
See, I would want to, you see, to be very honest, I didn't watch the game and I didn't know the explanation the referee gave. I don't know if he had to review VAR or something, but I see one thing about the English referee is mostly about the inconsistency. They will take this decision for this particular team. Then following week,
they will take
another penalty for another team. So to me, I think that Monday there will be an explanation. You see, they have this show with the PG, the Referees Association, where they will explain. So I think that with this inconsistent, what I know is that when there's a double kick, unless maybe the goalkeeper was out of, even if the goalkeeper was out of the line, that is, you don't have to re-kick the penalty again. But this is English referees, and I think that I will try as much as possible to get their explanation on that. Then probably our next episode, then I think I will give my fair idea on that. Now, I don't know the reason why there was a retake in that penalty shooter, but I think the most important thing is United went all the way and won this game. It has been a difficult game for them. In fact, for the past years now, recent years, they've been finding it very difficult, especially to beat Crystal Palace, especially at the Selhurst Park. It has been since 2020. That was when they won against Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park. So it was a great victory for Manchester United. I think that Ruben Amorim playing Mason Mount right from the start and how Enzo Fernandez also creating it from deep has been something that has been helping them. Now, I was very happy to see Lisandro Martinez back in it. I think United defend very well when he's back into their setup. And I think that probably they will have a very good season from now on. United team is trying to get into shape. It is quite unfortunate that Benjamin Sesko is injured, but then it was very good for Joshua Zexi to score his first goal, especially in this game. He's also trying to prove a point. If Kunwa is back, he can also lead the lines for them. Now, what they have to deal is now Ahmad and also Mbeumo might be heading to the AFCON, and it might be a huge blow for them. But I trust that if they have players who can fill in for them, especially Mason Mount or Joshua Zexi also filling that space for that, I think that it was going to be a very good point for them. But then it is good that they got a win. And I think that Ruben Amorim managed the game very well.
Yeah. So producer just sent me a message on the new rules. So they are saying that a review of the rules earlier this year means that an accidental double touch now results in a penalty being retaken.
Yeah,
It is,
accidental.
yes, it is the first time in the Premier League that the new rule has been implemented.
Implemented,
And they are
okay.
saying that the change came after former Man City forward Julian Alvarez saw a penalty goal disallowed for Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid in the Champions
Yeah,
League.
so then
Yeah,
it,
so
it
it has
means
been,
that
yeah,
there's a
they've
change
changed
of
the rule.
rule,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the referee did the right thing.
Producer,
So
thank
yeah.
you very much. Right. So um before we come to the local scene, I want us to touch on the one of the important match that was played this weekend. Chelsea against Arsenal. Your as Chelsea,
Yeah, is it? It is.
anybody's Chelsea, whoever's Chelsea, they were all coming back from an amazing win, right? Arsenal played very well. They dominated against Bayern Munich, a game we were thinking that they were going to suffer. Chelsea also playing the most important and the most, just give me the adjectives, ball they've played this season. They won convincingly. They treated Barcelona as if Barcelona was an ordinary team, right? Coming into this game, we of the view that, and I told someone that, an Arsenal fan, that if Chelsea were to replicate a little of what they did against Barcelona, trust me, Arsenal wouldn't, and they did today, and trust me, they were amazing. I was so shocked and surprised. I was very shocked and surprised. But at the end of the day, Casado, it was rather unfortunate. The red card changed everything, and Arsenal started coming inside the game. Walk me through the tactical display.
Yeah, you see, um, before this game, our last episode, I mentioned that this game was going to be a very difficult game.
Yeah,
You have to take good use of your movement. It's just going to be like the Arsenal and Bayern Munich team. Both teams will try and dominate the game. Both teams will try and press man to man. You see, if you look at the game, when Chelsea were pressing man to man. Arsenal were trying to use a free man, that is the goalkeeper. And today to Chelsea use that a lot. If you are pressing us man to man, you would always try and use the goalkeeper for you to outnumber you. I think that the red card changed the dynamics of the game, especially how Chelsea were creating chances. If you look at before Moises Caicedo got a red card, and I think the late 30 minutes of the game, Chelsea were actually created the most chances in the game before Arsenal also came in the second half. Even before the second half, Chelsea took the lead and they couldn't hold on to the lead because you were 10-man down, and Arsenal, Mikel Arteta was attacking. The game, he brought in Victor Gyökeres and also brought in Martin Odegaard and also Noni Madueke. So I think that the game tactically, both managers managed the game very well, but then it was quite unfortunate that Chelsea were playing with 10 men. To be very honest, I think that Enzo Maresca is a very good coach. He learns every game, and you remember I said that if Chelsea can manage the set pieces from Arsenal, definitely I believe that they are not going to lose this game. Look at how they manage the set pieces from Arsenal, and in fact, they also utilize on scoring from a from a corner from Arsenal's weakness. That is Enzo Maresca. Whenever he meets you, he will look at your strengths and also capitalize on that to also weaken your team as well. So I think that Chelsea did very well. In fact, the corner kick they scored today isn't the first time Chelsea scoring from a corner kick, especially from the near post. Their first 2-3 games, they were scoring from this type of corner kicks, and they utilized on that to also now in defending the corners from Arsenal. What they did is that they always tried to prevent the player from getting close to the goalkeeper. And that is one thing that they did very well. So tactically, I think that the game was very cagey. Both teams did very well. Arsenal didn't have that. They didn't have that
Dominance.
dominance, especially in creating chances. But then the little they had, Merino, slotted in, and that was a good. So I think that the red card changed the dynamics of the game, especially for Chelsea side. But to me, I'm impressed with Enzo Maresca as a Chelsea fan. And if you look at how we played against Barcelona, if you look at how we played against Arsenal this season, and looking at how Man City and Liverpool are struggling, if there's any team who can give Arsenal that chase, to be very
Why are you
honest,
mentioning Liverpool?
I
You know
be-
Liverpool, they're out of there.
well, I mean,
Why did you mention
they are the
United?
league champions. Definitely,
You
you
have
have to
mentioned
give
like
them.
United.
Yeah, United. You guys cannot come there. Now
We
you are
going to
fighting
you
for
see,
top
you
four.
see, you see, you people, we are going to shock
You
people
people,
this season.
the inconsistency is too
Whether
much.
inconsistency or
So
not,
that's what I'm
I'm
saying, that you can fight for the top four, but the league.
United, this season, you people should watch out. I sat here in our previous episode and I declared some things, and it is going to come to pass. You watch and see. You watch and see.
Yeah,
You
so
watch and
I
see.
think that I predicted that my final, score line for this was going to be a scoring draw. And definitely, Chelsea had a chance. Red card came in and they couldn't manage the game to the 90 minutes of the game. In fact, even before the 90, they had clear chances that they could have even, go two up or something like that. If you look at Arsenal at the dire mess of the game, they were trying to win the game. And I see Chelsea's composure to hold on to that game. I think that it is something that they've been missing, that experience, that class for these young players. And I think that the red card really worried the team. This is a game that some of us were expecting Kopama to come in. This was a game that we were expecting that the second half was going to be, some exciting. But then, kudos to Chelsea for holding on to, the lead, and also not losing the game. Arsenal, this is so much, an important draw for them. Although, since Mikel Arteta came to us now, they haven't lost to Chelsea, especially at the Stamford Bridge. And it's a way to continue in that way, especially playing against your bitter rivals, and you are at least picking a point and also still keeping your lead at the top there is very much important for them. Now, till March, there's no international break. A lot of injuries will set in. Now, this is a game that they played against Gabriel Magalhaes and also Saliba. So, they have this belief that if you played with Hincapi and Moscara against Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge and we didn't lose, it tells us about that squad depth. Because for the past 2 seasons or 3 seasons, when they bottled the league to Manchester City, they said that, Saliba got injured at the dire MS of the season, and now last season too, they didn't have a striker, and they didn't have this. So now they have this backup and everything. So now I think that everything is okay for them. And I think that
very well.
the only team that can give them the pressure for me now is Chelsea.
So I think our time is up. But I want us to come to the local scene. Yesterday, Accra House of Folk won against Vision. Then today, in the dying minutes, Kotoko, I think they were down by 2 goals. They managed to score a first goal and a second goal in the dying minutes.
Yeah. Quickly on House of Folk. They are very good, especially at the home games this season. If you look at their last games, especially this season, they are doing very well. I think they only lost to this season. They've only lost to Kotoko. At Vision FC. Since they got promoted to the Premier League from Division 1, they've, especially at home games at the Temanu Town, they've lost just once. That was last season to Dreams FC. Since then, they haven't lost. So Vision FC, when they travel, they seem not to do better at their away game. So definitely it was a game that I was expecting House of Folk winning. So I wasn't surprised that House of Folk, won that game. On Kotoko and Mediama was always going to be a difficult game for Kotoko. When Mediama comes to Babayara, although Kotoko has the upper hand on Mediama, especially at the Babayara Sports, but it always turns out to be a very difficult game, being too up down. And I think that Kotoko came into the game with Peter Medusakwa equalizer and Sambo O'Neill's late minute equalizer. I think that they did very well. This talks about the mentality of a club like Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So definitely I think that Mediama, I've been saying that Mediama and Adriana, they are having they are the top teams that I've seen that they are performing very well. And also Kotoko with a host of these outstanding games that they cleared over the past few weeks. They might be tired and stuff. So I think that Kotoko coming up from 2-0 down to draw the game. I think that it was a very good
Result.
point for them. So it is a step in the right direction for Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Okay, very well. We've come to the end of the show. Vince, thank you very much for coming. Do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to our Chelsea fans. Yes, they have to believe that Enzo Maresca is a very genius coach, and we are the only team that can battle Arsenal for the league this season.
Anyway, well, I also give shout out to all United fans over there. Keep believing. Amorim is cooking something. Very soon, we'll start dancing their picky moves over here, right on these seats. Watch out. Guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and your comments are very, very important. This is DMP Sports. Boom! See you again. Bye.
Down, down, down. Da 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 down, down, down. Diamond page where stories collide. Love and life, we take the ride. Economy stirs, society hums. Grab your seat, the future drums. A diamond page, oh let's engage. Every topic, every stage. Borderlines blur, but hearts stay true. Diamond page is all for you. The brass is bold, the groove runs deep. Thoughts to ponder, truths to keep. Snap your fingers, feel the flow. Diamond page now here.